The first thing I'll say about tenant screening is you have to be very careful. You have to be very consistent in the way you apply your criteria, because if you aren't consistent, that's how you can end up in a lawsuit. So the first thing that we do is we have set criteria. So everybody has to meet the minimum standards or we can't approve them. That keeps us from getting involved in any type of fair lending lawsuit. So our criteria is posted on our website, and it's very easy for a tenant to take a look at it and see if they can screen themselves. They'll know right up front if they will meet the criteria or not, and oftentimes if they know that they won't, they don't even apply. When I first started in the business, all we really had was credit reports. So the idea was if somebody pays their bills on time, you can pretty much count on them being able to pay their rent. But what we've seen in the last few years is a shift to not just credit reports. There's many other aspects of the tenant screening that we now do. We do background checks, and we're probably one of the only companies in town that actually does a background check on a tenant in addition to the credit report, because if they've ever had an eviction or any kind of a felony, those don't show up on credit reports. We've always used the same kind of criteria. It's 3 times the rent. That's what we want to see for their income. But where it can get tricky in our areas, we have a lot of self-employed people. So how does the landlord interpret self-employed income? How does the applicant prove their income? That's a big issue that we deal with. It's easy when somebody's a W-2 and you can see their pay stubs and their W-2 from the prior year, or you can call their employer and verify their income. But how do you treat a self-employed person? What's your criteria for them to prove their income? If you want to verify prior landlords, there's a process that we go through that allows us to contact the prior landlords, and you'll often hear the people in property management say, well, you don't want to contact their current landlord because if they're trying to get rid of them, they'll tell you anything just to get rid of them. You want to contact the one before that.